Welcome to Shooting It Straight with Stan. I am your host, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Today's topic is the perfect annuity does not exist. It does not, even though you might have heard something at the bad chicken dinner, expensive steak dinner seminar, or some online product presentation where it sounded too good to be true, because it is every single time with annuities. There's no exceptions to that rule. Now, the argument to there is no perfect annuity, so stop looking for it. You probably already own the closest version to the perfect annuity, and that annuity is called Social Security, which is the best inflation annuity on the planet, period. So you can't say you hate all annuities and take your Social Security payments or plan on taking your Social Security payments, because that's the best annuity on the planet. At a close second to the best annuity on the planet would be the pension, if you're so fortunate and one of the 9% of the workers out there that's going to get a pension from their employer. Just that stat alone makes it pretty good and up there. But after that, when you get to the commercial side of annuities, of which I'm involved in as Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, there is no perfect annuity, even though they're all pitched as such. They all have limitations and benefits. They all have good and bad. And when I say they all types, there's single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts. There's income riders attached to variable annuities and index annuities. There's variable annuities, standalone, and index annuities. There's RILAs. There's charitable gift annuities. There's traditional fixed annuities. There's many different types. What you need to understand is every single type has limitations and benefits to them. They're not too good to be true. So if you're hearing that 30,000-foot view sales pitch from the local person at the expensive steak dinner seminar, and you're nudging your spouse going, that sounds great, there's a catch somewhere, okay? If you're hearing upfront bonus, that doesn't mean free money. If you're hearing market upside with no downside, there is no such product, okay? What you're being pitched is a dream, and you're going to own the contractual realities of the policy. So don't look for the best product. And this is the one that the annuity industry has an issue with when I start talking like this. But in the rooms, in the big rooms with the marble table, when they close the door and they take everyone's phone away and there's nobody filming it, they all agree with me. Okay. Not one annuity product is better than the other. Not one annuity company or type is better than the other. Not one little marketing of, name of a product is better than the other. Annuities are commodity products. They are contractual guarantee products. Now, a lot of them aren't sold for that. A lot of them are sold showing hypothetical, theoretical, back-tested, unicorns chasing the butterfly, non-guaranteed return scenarios of which you should never, ever, 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 ever buy an annuity for. You should buy it for the contractual guarantees. Once you do that, once you go into looking at the contractual guarantees of the policy, then you've commoditized the product that you're looking at, and you can shop all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee. There's only two questions to ask when looking at annuities. What do you want the money to contractually do? And when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? From those two answers, we can determine A, if you need an annuity, and B, if you do, what type will provide the highest contractual guarantee. If you answered the first question, what do you want the money to contractually do, and your answer was something like, I'd like a reasonable rate of return or like a market type return, that's not the answer. That's not a contractual answer. That's a pie in the sky answer. That's a non-guaranteed answer. That's a hypothetical answer. That's a back-tested return answer of which you shouldn't base any of your decisions whatsoever. So just remember, annuities are commodity products when you strip it down to that contractual guarantee, and not one's better than the other. Now, when you go to my site at theannuityman.com and run quotes, we're using our proprietary calculators. Obviously, we're going to point you to higher rated companies, especially for lifetime income. I always say jokingly, A+ or better, you don't need a sweater, right? For lifetime income, we're going to point you in that A+ or better scenario because you're marrying, Marrying, it's hard for Southerners to say for some reason, You're marrying the product, not dating the product. You're marrying that company. They're on the hook to pay for as long as you live, contractually solving for longevity risk. And most of these products like immediate annuities, QLACs, qualified longevity annuity contracts, deferred income annuities, lifetime income riders, these are all lifetime products. There's no ROI until you die because they're going to pay as long as you're breathing. And remember, with lifetime income products, the payment that you're getting is a combination of return of principal plus interest. So you're drawing down on the total amount. Drawing down in Southern means subtract. So there is a possibility if you outlive your life expectancy, there will be zero in the account, and the annuity company is still on the hook to pay because they're obligated contractually to do that as long as you're breathing. We have thousands and thousands of clients that's drawn down their account to zero, but yet they're still getting paid. There's no ROI until you die. Okay, so annuities, in my opinion, as the annuity man, America's annuity agent, they're not investments, they're contracts. If you want market returns, go buy market products. Now, I know the annuity industry is trying to eat into that market product type place with some products like index annuities and variable annuities and RILAs and things like that. But in my opinion, Stan the Annuity Man, at the time of this taping, I think you should buy non-annuity products for market type growth. Period. End of story. I've been on that side of the table. I know what I'm talking about. I was with Dean Witter and Payne Weber, Morgan Stanley, and UBS. The first two, Dean Witter and Payne Weber, tells you how old I am and how long I've been in the business. But I am familiar with market growth type products. Market growth type products to me means unlimited upside. Okay. And with annuity types, the ones that provide potential hypothetical growth, they all have limitations to that upside. And in my opinion, in the perfect world that I live in with Stan the Annuity Man, there should be no limitations, etc. So just remember, two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When you want those contractual guarantees to start? Annuities do not solve for market growth. There's no G in PIL. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. L stands for legacy. The other L stands for long-term care, confinement care. If you do not need to contractually solve for one or more of those items in that PIL acronym, then you do not need an annuity. So there's no annuity that's better than the other. There's no company that's better than the other, even though they're all going to pound the table and tell you why. The only argument that one might have over the other is just ratings. They might be A++ versus A+ versus A. But when it comes down to the contractual guarantees, those are the contractual guarantees. So you should have them compete. Going to my site, if you run the quotes, we're only going to show contractual guarantees, not hypotheticals and theoreticals. So you can look at that, and then you filter the bodies, as they say, by the claims paying ability and the rating that you feel comfortable with. The annuity industry, this is easy stuff, okay? The only thing complex about the annuity industry are too many people that are selling annuities. They make it complex for, I don't know why, whatever reason, or they just sell one product type or from one carrier because if they sell enough, they go to Bora Bora with their girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever applies. That's garbage. I mean, when you're quoting annuities and you go to my site, you can see all companies listed, whether you're looking at a fixed rate annuity, multi-year guarantee annuities, what those are called, the annuity industry version of a CD, or if you're quoting single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, and income riders, we're quoting, I mean, you're going to see multiple companies, not just one. If you see just one, that is a red flag. That agent or advisor is either lazy and didn't learn the other ones, don't have the type of calculator and quotation machine that we've invested in for you, the consumer, that can run 24/7, 365, or they're just trying to sell a product. And the problem with the annuity industry, in my opinion, it's not about product, it's about contractual guarantees. And when it's about contractual guarantees, then you're shopping all carriers for the highest number for your specific situation. That simple. Glad you joined me. That's Shooting It Straight with Stan. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent for a reason. I'll see you next time.